nail tools that are really weird and strange. But are they cool? Are they helpful? Are they convenient? Let's test them out. Let's begin with the very first one. And Andre is going to be our guinea pig because it's an automatic nail clipper. Are you excited? Do you need to clip your nails?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect timing. I'm not putting him on the spot. He approved this purchase because this right here is an expensive little automatic nail clipper. This right here is by the brand Clip Different. This is their Pro Automatic Fingernail Clipper, the safe way to trim fingernails. It is $149 US. They're saying it's incredibly easy to use. It trims fingernails in seconds. It's safe and gentle. It's well suited for people with dexterity, strength, or vision challenges. And your fingernails are left very smooth, so no need to file afterwards. It also has a high capacity rechargeable battery, which they actually wrote us an email and basically said they charged this for us, so it's ready to use. And then it has a little drawer for your fingernail clipping, so there's gonna be no mess. We'll all love that, right, babe? I think this also might be good for kids as well, like if it works and if it's super safe. I'm not testing it on Emmerich, we're only testing it on Andre. We'll see how safe it is, so let's go for it.
All right, so directions say you turn this thing on. And then you put your fingernail, fingernail only, guys. If you don't want your finger cut. You put it in and kind of sloping downward, it should start cutting it. So here it is partially cut.
Whoa.
So you guys can see.
Okay.
And continue.
Is this scary? Can you actually feel it getting cut?
Yeah, feel it.
Whoa.
I'm gonna turn this for myself.
Wow. Cool.
It's very sensory. You can feel like how far you're putting it in and if you're going too far or not. I feel like you really don't need your eyes.
Because you can feel it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Does it feel smooth when you take it out?
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Wow.
Alright, so here's finished finger, unfinished. Let's do another one.
That's so cool. Wow. Oh my goodness. That's a pretty clean cut.
So there you guys have it. Like, it was nice and quick. At first I was a little scared. Second time I went much quicker. No burrs, no nothing. Here's that finger and this finger.
Dude, that looks so good.
It's kind of cool. I kind of want to keep it. This is an outstanding product, in my opinion.
Let's see the nail tray.
Oh, look at that. There's something in there. So little clippings. I feel like I'm gonna continue using it, honestly. Like when I clip it, they're always sharp. I have to file it. It's really nice. And it gets really close too.
I mean, they look really, really good. Like they look very manicured. Like it looks like you actually went and filed them afterward. Like they're beautifully round.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a A+.
The next two nail tools we're gonna compare how to take off your gel nail polish. Two different methods. The first one, this is the Mini Mani Moo. They're no gel more. This right here is a magic gel and dipping polish remover. It's $17.59. So this right here is like the newer version of how to take off your gel polish. Essentially what they're saying this is, it's a fast and damage-free way to remove your gel polish and dip powder manicure. So it works in minutes. It removes also regular glitter polish in 60 seconds versus kind of like the OG removal system without the foil. So this right here, it's a nail polish gel remover kit, and this retails for $5.99. What's included in here are pads to put acetone on, these little clips that you put on your pad with your acetone and you hold onto your nails instead of the aluminum or the foil. And then you have all of the remover tools to clean off the gel polish after it's done. So we're gonna do one-to-one. We're gonna do the middle finger and then the ring finger and see which gel polish is the best or works the best. All right, so the first step for both systems, you have to file gently the top layer of your gel polish, which is usually like the top coat. And I'm using the 100-180 grit So very gently filing this down to get rid of any of that shininess. So step 2, we have to soak each nail, but I'm gonna do the one with the acetone first with the cotton pad because this one takes a lot longer. So I already soaked the cotton pad with just my Awfully Fast by C&D. Hopefully this will work. And I'm just gonna wrap it and then use the nail clip and clip this down. And they do say that this takes like, I think they said 18 to 30 minutes, which is insane. Probably depends what kind of acetone. All right, so with this step, they're saying apply a thick coat and wait 30 seconds. Ooh, it's like bubbling up in a way. It's an interesting texture. 30 seconds has passed and it says reapply a second coat. I'm assuming we have to wait another 30 seconds. It doesn't really specify. Now let's see if we can scrub it off. Okay, it's scrubbing off. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. It's actually kind of like coming off. Not applying too much pressure. But yeah, they did say file off, but then repeat. Like if it's thick, like that, first like that, it's not going any further. Like, it doesn't want to move, so I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna be really forcing it. So now I'm gonna go back in with my file and file this down a little bit more. You see how easy that is now to file? It's become very, very soft, but I don't have to put too much force. But I am gonna repeat the step because you can see like where the gel polish still is right there. So let's reapply this.
30 seconds.
Yep, 30 seconds to kind of let it do its thing. All right, so this is my second layer. And it's coming up a lot easier. So they do recommend to work in layers so you're not as rough on your fingernails. But on this side, it's like stuck. Pretty much most of the gel is gone, so I'm just gonna buff a little bit more. I'm honestly impressed everything came off without me demolishing my fingernails. That is actually pretty dang good. Let's test this one out. It's been 12 minutes. I feel like this one's a little more crumbly than the other one. Yeah, see I have to go back in because that tip has a lot of that gel. I'm waiting another 5 minutes. I will say the directions are a little confusing for this little thing right here. I watched their video as well, and they said if you're using dip polish, you basically have to let this activate and sit in your fingernail for 2 minutes and then go in, scrape it off with your tool, your gel polish or your dip polish tool very gently, and then you basically have to work in layers. Like let's say if you have 4 layers of dip powder, you have 3 layers or 2 layers of your gel polish. Basically work with how many layers are on your fingernails. That way you're being very gentle, it's not as rough, etc. And honestly, this right here, it's not that strong. I was impressed. I honestly expected a really intense like paint thinner smell, but it's actually very minimal and it's not really strong. So I think I like this. It's very expensive, but I feel like you might get pretty good use out of it. I think it did a much better job. Like my nails are a lot more smooth and even, my nail beds. So these next 3 nail tools are similar to each other. So the first one is a manicure station. It's essentially, you pick the size of your nails and you insert your fingernail in here and then you paint it, and it's supposed to protect the sides of your fingers so you don't get nail polish on your fingers, but only on your fingernail beds. Sounds incredible, right? Very intriguing. Next we have this right here, which is by Maniology. This is their nail protectors non-latex cuticle tape. So basically you put it around your cuticles and then you can just paint your nails. This is usually really good for different designs you're going to use. If you're going to use a sponge to put nail polish on your fingers to make sure you don't get nail polish all over your hands or your fingers. And the next one is by Sally Hansen, and this is their No More Mistakes Manicure Cleanup Pen. I'm assuming it's just straight up acetone or nail polish remover in a pen form, which I think is phenomenal. Let's see if it actually works. So I'm gonna insert my finger in this part right here. But because my fingernails are long, I have to basically lift up and see where it's gonna fit the best. I think this one kind of works because it's allowing the sides to be visible. Let's apply some nail polish. I feel like you have to be very careful with this though, because it does put pressure on your nails. but let's try it. I'm gonna kind of go a little rough around the edges, but do it gentle around the cuticles. I do like that it's saving the sides. Look at that. You just have to be careful and cautious around the cuticle. So let's remove this and see what it looks like on the sides. That was pretty good. I kind of did a bad job right there, but you can see that's actually pretty dang good. That was actually pretty good. I'm honestly shocked. So now I'm gonna clean that with just some acetone. This little tool right here, it is $5.99 on Amazon. I will say the one way to really make this work is you still have to like kind of force your finger up because it's not really sitting down because it's too long, it's too wide. So when you bring your fingernail up, if you do have fingernails, the tip of your fingernail will basically hold your finger on this manicure station, if that makes any sense. So that way you can really bend your skin around your nail to really open it up and extend it to make sure you get all the nail polish on the sides without it going on your skin. Let's move on to the stickers. The instructions seem really simple. Make sure your fingernails are clean before applying, and then position the U-shaped tape tightly around your cuticles, avoiding any bubbling. And then you wrap the edges of the tape to conform to the shape of your nail and finger. And now you're ready to do either stamping, you're either to do marbling, gradients, and more, but we're just gonna use it to simply paint our nail polish. Trying to get as close as possible to the cuticle and around my nails. I'm actually gonna use my fingernails to kind of press the sticker inside. It's a little harder to with this thing. Wow. I think this is honestly down to the end consumer of how well they wrap the sticker around their fingernail. It's sticking on. I'm not having any issues. Let's go ahead and paint this. Again, very kind of haphazardly in a way. And I would never paint my nails like this. I would just use the stamping thing, but I really wanted to see like if I really did not want to care about how I'm painting them. Let's take this off and let's reveal what it looks like. There you go. You can see that it definitely bleeds down. But I also think this is honestly with how well you wrap the sticker around. Let's try the Sally Hansen Mistakes pen. Oh, okay, cool. You can kind of see where I'm taking off that polish around. I honestly feel like it's a lot easier with your own acetone and your own like detail brush. It says wipe tip after every use, but I think it's stained with the red nail polish. And you do get replaceable tips as well, let's say if it gets really bad. Honestly, this right here, I think the tip is really, really bulky. So if you really wanna get a precise cleanup around your cuticle, it's definitely not going to be as precise as you would with your own detail brush and your own acetone and dipping it back and forth. But I do like that it did work. It took off the nail polish and I'm happy that it did a decent job. This right here is $6.99. So keep that in mind. I wish this was refillable, like you could refill it with your own acetone. You know what I mean? And maybe you could change the brush heads to more detailed, more pointy brushes. But it definitely got the job done, but it's not as clean and precise. There are so many weird, incredible, genius, useless nail tools, nail accessories, nail care. But I think in this video, there was actually quite a bit that were pretty phenomenal and definitely very innovative, definitely very genius, very helpful, and also very convenient. And I am really excited that I got some really cool nail tools in here that I will use and Andre will use in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video, spending time with us, and we'll see the next one very soon. Bye.